Come take a day off with me. Before the fun could begin, we had to take a little detour to do a little adulting. We had to head back over to Northwestern because Kurt had another doctor's appointment, but at least Northwestern always has a good view. Then we headed out to the suburbs because we had wanted to try this restaurant called Wing It On. It's such an interesting concept. Of course, it's a wing restaurant, but there's also a second concept hidden inside called Nomad Dawgs that has all these crazy concoctions. So I was so excited. First, I got just traditional tenders and fries. It's huge white meat chicken tenders, which were very good. Kurt started off traditional with just the wings, which he also loved. And then I was so excited about this. This was on the little secret hidden menu, the chicken dog. It's a chicken tender with queso on a pretzel bun. Very good. That would definitely be my choice when I go back next time. Had to wash everything down with a little Diet Coke because we got so much food to try. Kurt also got the buffalo mac and cheese, which he liked. It is super cheesy. And then he tried the Fast and Furious Japanese style dog, which was also excellent. Then we were off to a special Tesla Cybertruck event. This was some of the first test drives, I guess, and I was so interested to actually get to sit in these and kind of touch and feel and see everything. The thing that stuck out to me the most about this was the space. These things are huge. When I first saw them in person, I was surprised at how big, but the interior, they are so big. I'm 5'11" and Kurt is 6'4", and he can comfortably sit in the back seat, no problem. It's crazy. And then the front is so interesting. You can like sit in the front of it. It's nuts. We also got to do a test drive. And again, there is just so much room. It is super comfortable. I was kind of shocked by the whole thing. I mean, I can't even imagine trying to park it. Like, Lord help us. But it was really cool to get to see. And I have to say, I was far more impressed than I ever expected to be with it. And then after that, we had to head over to BMW because Kurt had to drop off his car for service, and we were supposed to be getting into an XM, but it had an issue, so we ended up in this crazy i7. Holy moly, that car was fancy and comfortable. Then we headed over to Oakbrook Mall because I was on a mission to find some shoes for this wedding coming up over the weekend. I needed flats because it's like some sort of like soccer stadium or something, but I was striking out everywhere. We went to so many different stores and nowhere had like any stock or any inventory, so it was really disappointing. Then we went over to Piccolo Bucco for dinner, which is always one of my favorites. Everything is so fresh and delicious. Somehow I never tried the ricotta toast. Oh my goodness, it was so good. Then we went over to Nordstrom, and I had given up at this point. Kurt dragged me over there, but I actually found some shoes. Hallelujah. I also looked at some wraps because some of you had suggested them, but I actually found these, and I wasn't even going to try these on at first, but the salesperson brought them out, and I think I love them. Then Kurt was driving me home, but we were so dumb. We forgot that Lala had started, and traffic was insane. So I told him just to drop me off at the L station, and he could turn around and drive to his house because it was nuts. It was going to take like hours to get me home. And coming out of the station, I saw parrots. Oh my goodness. You just never know what you're going to see in Chicago. And then I just walked the rest of the way home. And then when I got home, I took Cooper out for a nice long walk because poor guy had been cooped up for a lot of the day. He did have a walk earlier, don't worry. And then we just went around the Riverwalk and the lakefront, and he was already panting. He's like, listen, it's hot. I know the sun's down, but can we go home now? I hope you all have a great evening.